Hey guys, me Misha. Everything I say is not financial advice, my personal opinion. Let's take a look at the markets. Let's estimate the collateral damage. This, of course, is not good at all. So there is no point of trying to do anything here. There is absolutely no point. It's just, this is ridiculous. Let's start from the beginning. Markets continue to fall. And now this volume absolutely the biggest volume of many times. Okay, so like doing the range in 2 days, that's pretty remarkable. It's pretty remarkable. Again, see how big is this volume? It's like ultra big. We'll see. Tried to revive and then collapsed again. Oof. Woo. Just look at this. Just look at this. Oh la la. Market is in a free fall. In an absolute free fall. Wow. Hot stuff. I hope you guys are doing okay. Some are doing good. People who know how to short are doing good. If you're such a person, come and teach me. Woo! This is nuts. 150, 155. Wait, how is... this is the level because it was, yeah, yeah. Wow. These volumes are ridiculous. Let's get ridiculous. You remember Mao? Where is this guy now? He had a good start. He was funny. Wow. No one is laughing now. No one is laughing now. What is all this? I'm on a quest to do my charts cleaner. Should I be breaking even? Oops. Look at this. Spicy. Spicy. Oof. Same deal. It was all fun till it wasn't. Fjord. Fjord gives us a hope. Volume distribution is still there, but compared with the most of the rest of the market, it looks way better. It's quite alright. The biggest volume is not here. Well, comme ci comme ça, because it's here. But yeah, it's a little something on Fjord. Boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Even brighter than the moon. Intel. Pfizer gives us no hope. Pfizer gives us no hope. Yeah. No bueno. No bueno. It's an absolute free fall. Boom. It's definitely Black Friday or Dark Friday or whatever they're gonna call it. Oof. Yeah. This doesn't make any sense anyway, so. Look at this guy. Terrific volume. Just a terrific volume. Oh, yeah, right. And now it's the daily watch. So this is that's so much easier. Everything is a daily watch now. But wait. Look at this. Yeah, so this is good and continuation of the trend. Even though it's at the support level on daily, there's no transitioning shown anymore, I'm sorry. That's a massacre. Oops. That's a massacre. Dun, dun, dun. That's a massacre. Wow. Everything is in a beautiful break. Everything is in a beautiful break. Get it? Where was... Oh God. And then up and down, all around me, inside out. Da, da. Yeah. Yeah, there was this little balance. These hourly levels don't make any sense. Or in Mishka language don't make no sense. Crazy. This looks like an exhaustion though. But be really careful. That's probably the biggest level. So this is last hour of the day. So this makes no sense. It just doesn't. Just doesn't make any sense. Boom. Okay. You see, this like still makes some sense, even though there is a daily level now in between like hourly levels. So technically, it disqualifies the whole thing, but practically. And there's bigger levels, which is weird. But I think it's like people closing positions, the sharks that shorted the market. Oh, someone got wealthy. Someone made a buck. That's for sure. For someone to lose it, someone needs to take it. So we'll assume it's a bullish bar. We'll use a new spread, not the old spread. So we'll do it like this for now. Dick's Sporting Goods. You know that Dick's Sporting Goods and Cox Connections do not accept any humor around their names. They're very serious about their names whatsoever. I find it's humorous that they are. I'd rather they had some healthy sense of humor around their names. Because they have funny names. To me, they have funny names. Yeah. Look at this volume. This is just ridiculous. This is just ridiculous volume. America doesn't like tariffs. It's weird to think about these tariffs, comes to think of it. If I'm not big on the news, but correct me if I'm wrong. America imposed a mirror tariffs, which are only half of what the other countries have against American products. So it's hard to say they're unreasonable. It's hard to say they are unreasonable just because if other country impose 50% tariff on your product, why wouldn't you impose the same size of the tariff on their product? However, America only imposes the half. So say if Europe has like 40% tariff on American product, America only imposes 20% tariff, which is kind of, you know, some would say like a weak position even. Why don't America impose absolutely the same tariff, 40 for 40, 50 for 50, 20 for 20, etc. However, whoever brought America to this state of things, so now like it's got to be another crazy jump in inflation, because manufacturers will have to impose, transfer, pass on these costs on the end consumer. That's the only way it works, in my understanding. So it's very troublesome. So you can expect another like 10-15% in inflation at least, if I understand things right. Wow. For all I care, Thai massage in West Hollywood used to cost $25 when I arrived 12 years ago. 10, you can say. Now it's 50. It's doubled. So 100% inflation in 10 years. That's a lot. That's a lot. I start thinking already that maybe like wherever I go turns to ash. Maybe it's me. Maybe I was sent to America as a bioweapon. Wherever I go, collapses. I came to explode capitalism from within. But yeah, I mean, America been through the hard times before I arrived, so don't think too much of yourself, Misha. Don't give yourself too much credit. Yeah. No. Yeah, it's this. Which doesn't make much sense. So yeah, it looks like America is in an interesting position right now, because logically I understand, yeah, so there is a deficit of trading balance, which is also somehow related to government. So the problem of America, as I see it, is that the government is losing money. This is not healthy. Government needs to make money one way or another. Period. Or it inevitably leads to default. That's just how things work. And I survived the default of Russian government in 1998, and it's not fun. I'm not necessarily sure it feels like to the extent of the Great Depression, but it's not fun for like a year or so. But I think America has been through economically more challenging times. So I think 2008 was harsher in the United States than 1998, the default of the government, was in Russia. So another way to get rid of government debt is to declare default. But it looks like current administration tries to resolve it the other way by re-industrializing the United States, which is also a weird concept for me. It's like going reverse from contactless era to oof. Meantime, look at this. Oh mine, oh mine. Imagine for people who bought like 100. Tragic. Sad story. So yeah, weird time, turbulent times, but it depends on how they'll play it out. It might be for better. I can see, as someone who studied macro and micro economics and earned a master's degree in finance, I see how it's like a shock therapy right now, but pretty much needed if played out right. I don't believe in reindustrialization. Maybe like economical, I'm gonna call it like safety, because you, as a nation, you should not be too much dependent on other nations' manufacturing, because you become codependent. They depend on you as well. Like China is dependent on America, like the same way America is dependent on China. However, it would be fair to say that consumer is more dependent than manufacturer, especially considering how fast the consumer market grows in China itself, and how much consumers there are out there in the world, except for United States. It's the biggest market. Compared only to European and Chinese itself, but this dependency is not good geopolitically. So food, vitals, and technology. And vitals, I think, is like, is it staples, right? Is it how it's called in English, in proper English, and not in Mishka English? Oh, look at this damage to the market. Look at this damage to the market. I'm also bleeding, but compared to this, it's just nothing. It's just nothing. This makes no sense. Look at this. Look at all this. Heavy, heavy, heavy. There was volume on this up thrust, 2-bar up thrust, and then volume on the breakthrough bar, manipulation bar. So everything checks out. However, this looks horrible. And it came to 0.5. Yeah. Interesting. This is a model, you know. This is a model. This is a model. Yeah, the only problem with this model is that the biggest volume is in the reaction bar, not a manipulation bar. Also, well, it's okay for short not to reach 0.5, not to correct to 0.5. However, this is like a little bit too far. A little bit too far. Yeah. That would be okay. Everything is so short. It can bounce next week after like volumes like this. Oops. When it's Amazoni. It's like the biggest volume on correction again. Why? So technically, this is the level. But this level is already bigger, so I wouldn't trust much. This thingy. Yeah, it was an interesting move. With all this volume and everything. It's amazing, it's just fascinating how fast shorts are. That's why they're called shorts. They're just fast as diarrhea. And longs are long as constipation. What am I talking? Stop me, someone. Yeah, nothing here. Nothing. Baboosh. Drama. Drama. Drama, drama, drama. Look at all this. Oof. Oof. Look at this. Nothing holds. It just hammers. Oh la la. Oh la la. Point 0.5, forget it. Remember I was saying that there's something weird going on here? Either a accumulation or distribution, but definitely consolidation. So it was distributing. It distributed and then hot stuff. Hot stuff. I hope you guys are all right. Don't think that I'm speculating on other people's misfortune. Well, I am financially. Speculation on financial markets is nothing but redistribution of capital, where your win is someone's lose and your lose is someone's win. So no hard feelings about that. It's just the rules. Yeah, can be moral excuse, but it's legal. What I'm trying to say, that's how things go. That's the only thing I can say, and I'm not trying to find excuse for my actions. The only excuse I can think of is that when I start dreaming about becoming a stock trader, what's the word? Speculant. What's the... Well, like people in English you say trader, but I don't think it's a good exact. Yeah, I'd say it's like speculator, profiteer, black marketer, trader, yeah. But trader doesn't really reflect the essence of this profession. But yeah, when I was becoming a trader, I was absolutely unaware. I was understanding that some people like gain money through capital markets, the other lose, but somehow I thought there is some magic that generates the wealth within stock markets itself, whereas in reality there is absolutely no such a thing. No money are generated, no wealth is generated on financial markets, only redistributed. And yeah, I only really start understanding it quite recently. I'd say only like 3 years ago I came to like a definite realization and understanding that as a fact, that there's absolutely no wealth generated on financial markets, only redistributed. Some people bring money, the other people take money. That's it. Casino style. House always wins. That's a tattoo on one of my company members' shoulder, who is part of indigenous people of America and is inherently well off by having a casino on their land, on their tribal land. He knows for a fact that House always wins by the checks, by the monthly checks he receives from casino's profits. So same deal. Same deal. You can call it a balance. We should do so. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, close, similar. Yeah. Let's see the rest of the stacks. Ooh. Okay, we overcame transition extreme, so we are good to trade in continuation of the trend. What a disaster. There's all this volume and all of that. It's nothing here. But technically, so no regrets. I decided to close prematurely. I would have still taken my... No, look. Oh gosh. I wouldn't reach my 2R. I would be negative right now here. And that would be disaster. So good job. Good job. That's an hourly watch now. Yeah. Technically, there's like a bigger volume by a notch. The new word I've learned recently is a tad, by a tad. Don't know exactly what that means, but it sounds cool. Yeah. Oh no, that's a good volume. See, actually, that doesn't look terrible. It's not the biggest volume, you see, like the bigger volume is still in the middle, but those are hourlies. Doesn't matter. Yeah. It's far from 0.5. A little bit too far from 0.5, but all in all, it's not terrible. Ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. This volume is now the biggest. Ay, ay, ay. Oh. This is the biggest volume. And why do we have a biggest volume on correction like this? But technically, no, this doesn't make any sense. Well, technically it's good for an hourly trade. It's just a madness. This is just a madness. Yeah, and see volume distribution is short, short, short. I'm just falling around. This guy is good in continuation of the trend, and what I like about this, unlike many others, the break under ice bar is the bigger volume. So of everything that we just took a look at, if I had to short, this would be my most favorable. My most favorable. Oh, that's not a low, by the way. Down, down, and this is up. Yeah. It looked like it slowed down here just for a tad. I'll be using this word a lot now, you know? This is a non-native speaker syndrome. Like once you learn a new word, you start overusing it. Oh, look at this madness. So yeah, that is my new word. You'll be hearing me overusing it badly. Technically, but this is the last hour. And this is, yeah. We can put it like this, but no, let's be real. We didn't move though. There is a spread. Maybe that's one of the indicators. By the way, I just thought about it. Maybe that can give me an answer on what is and what is not. So when the level of the hour has a spread, of the last hour has a spread, it may be like real, because why not? Anyhow. Gosh, so many stocks to watch. It bounced a little bit. I tried. We need levels. Nike did a little something. It's interesting. It's interesting. It's interesting. It's not that far. Oh yeah. Look at this guy. But broke the level. Look at this guy. What a shame. Shame. What a shame. Oh, and this, yeah, no, this kind of approach is a little bit alarming. A tad. A tad alarming. Okay. And also, this should be considered as well. Because, hey, stop it. Ah, wait. What's going on? Ah, interesting. Hey, Was I in Best Buy? Oh no, I was in Nike. That what happened. I was like, wait. Yeah, volume is humongous on this bar. People still want to wear Nike. America still wants to wear Nike. Good news. That's a good news. It changed the direction here. You see how volatility changes? You remember like there was an entry point here and how it looks now? Yeah, so it broke by a tad. But that's also a transition extremum. And now that's direction. Yeah. Was a transition extremum. And there was like a volume splash. This would be like super alarming though. However, this volume is still bigger. So, tune. Even volume, but no test, and it's so small. It's just. Let's keep on watching. Gosh, I'm already tired. I don't think I'll make it through the entire list, but no rush. We have a weekend ahead of us. Yeah. Gosh, that's a massacre. Big massacre. No, it's gotta be blue. It's gotta be blue, like this. Yeah. And it's good in continuation of the trend. Yeah. Unless it's a full-blown recession, I would say that. We can expect some bounce during next week. I think it would be fair to assume. Because you see most stocks, they have like, I wouldn't necessarily call it an exhaustion volume, but volume is not in break under ice, not in manipulation bar, but in reaction bar. That normally a sign of some slowing down, some bounce, reversal potentially. I wouldn't trust this volume much, but this volume is interesting. This volume is interesting. Yeah. Done. Big ass volume. We need a transition extremum here. Same deal. Yeah, you see, like, this volume is way better distributed than anything that we saw before. So if it comes like 2.5 or anywhere close and makes us a test level of this break under ice, this is like way more believable than when the bigger volume is in the reaction bar, especially with the smaller spread. Yeah. When the bigger volume is here, you see like everything kind of checks out. Wait. Yeah, that's how it goes. Yeah, that's also like viable test level here, and yeah. Okay. It's not bad for exhaustion. This is March 21st, so no mind. This is not bad for exhaustion. We just need daily levels. This volume is weird, of course. Why is it so big? Why is it so big? Yeah, you see how like spread widened here, but also like the fact that bigger volume comes in reaction bar is it stinks. It stinks. It's a badass volume on correction. And yeah, it's a bigger volume on it's a bigger volume on correction, so it's not a good sign. And it broke it. It broke the test level. So the fact that it's still sweet, like for 0.5 and all of that, but the sheer fact that this volume is bigger than this, be careful, stay away. Wow. This is also a good volume distribution. But here's the monthly level, so oh my god. That was Casey's. You remember Casey? That was his idea. I would never trade, even though it closed in profit, I would never ever trade something like this. It's crazy. Yeah, interesting. This goes down. Well, technically, here's the level. We'll see if it holds on volume T1, so maybe not. Yeah, the problem with most of this situations is that there's daily level right in the middle. This is my problem with most of this. But you see how like this volume is bigger than the volume and correction, so I'd have way more faith in this situation. And that's a test level, by the way, that also didn't hold. It was broken because reaction bar after manipulation closed. Oops. Closed bullish. So this wouldn't be bad for a trade like this. Guys, I feel like I need a break. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. It's bigger bar again. Not a great sign. And it's close to the support level. So my problem with this one is, first of all, bigger volume on reaction bar. Secondly, it's getting close to the monthly level. It's here, right? Yeah. Yeah, all in all, it's not bad. Something like this. Coincidentally, it's also the biggest volume. One of the. I think this is bigger for by a hair. Or by that, just to be consistent. Yeah, it's big volume, it's in reaction bar, not in break under ice. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. Doom one bar didn't hold. Check out my triple negative. Didn't hold, no nothing. I like it because I do. Again, bigger volume in reaction bar, but overall, not bad. Where is it? Yeah, 10.5. It did its move, so, and it didn't work out, so it went up and then it didn't. Yeah, you know. Like this volume is a little too concerning, I would say. It's 2-bar spring. It's not the biggest volume, but it's quite significant. Yeah, it's almost like it's like third biggest volume, so it's decent. Or fourth or fifth. Anyhow, it's big. So my only problem here, but let's see how it plays out. Let's see how it plays out. 126 close 103, so it's a break. Is it 21st? Yeah, it's 21st, so don't mind this. Yeah, going lower. Interesting. This build up is not healthy. It's not a correction to this. Why is it so big? It's gonna be correction to this, beginning, middle, and the end. So this 0.5 is more realistic. Okay. It's in a break. Again, bigger volume on reaction bar, but it's also Friday. Reason that in. Yeah. It's good for a continuation of the trend. It's good for a continuation of the trend. Okay, guys, let's make this one the last one. I'm tired. I had a big, fruitful workshop today. Had fun. Okay, the acting workshop, I mean. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll complete the rest after. Boom. Look at this volumes. It was like first volume and then boom, up thrust with volume and phew. Interesting. Interesting. This guy went down. It's now bigger than. It's gonna be very educational if this model plays out eventually. Not this, but we'll see. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm losing my shit. I'm tired. See you. Um, see you when I see you. I'll stream more during this weekend. There's a lot of stuff going on. It's like a lot of stuff going on. That's definitely on the hourly. Okay, take care.